subscribe and hit the bell icon and never miss another video.
I wanted to do something to completely surprise my audience, to surprise maybe filmmakers, because I feel like people often lack an imagination to visualize you in different things.
See, I never in my life love watching comedy movies.
Never?
I don't. Like for me, Dhindora was tough because वो चार दीवारी से निकल के I had to show something, and no one and people before Dhindora people used to be surprised. अरे आप इतने लंबे कैसे हो? There are things in people's mind कि let's cast them, they'll get numbers.
Reality check is very important. If you're in a room where there are people only saying yes, yes, then I think you're in the wrong room. You know what? My mother is too funny, and when she makes fun of me, it's too funny.
Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah, and today I'm going to be having a conversation with two kafi talented people in the house. It's Bhuvan and Shriya. Pilgaonkar, what's up?
Yeah!
Wow, this enthusiasm! Wow, yes, we're awake, Shravan.
Yeah, love it.
बम्बई में दिल्ली के मजे.
Okay, what I honestly love about Taaza Khabar is it's a classic rags to riches story. Okay, and every time there is Bhuvan Bam in it, you know that there is more to it than what you see on the surface. Okay, after doing Dhindora, okay, and you nailed it in Dhindora. Okay, why Taaza Khabar?
Okay, so we started writing Taaza Khabar during Dhindora.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we had two stories in our mind.
Okay.
कि हम एक ड्रामा लिखते हैं, एक कॉमेडी लिखते हैं, out and out comedy.
Okay.
Taaza Khabar came into being right after we finished Dhindora. We started developing Taaza Khabar, and because of the lockdown, we got good enough time to develop the story even more.
Okay.
And that's how we got onto Taaza Khabar, and it's been a great ride since then.
Yeah. Sure, in your life, the word news is there's just everywhere, right? You have broken news, then you have Taaza Khabar. You're doing different.
It's just these two news.
You never know. The next one can also be something related to news or khabar.
It'll be something different.
It'll be very different.
I realized in 2022, I played a lawyer, a news reporter, and now I'm a sex worker here.
I mean, look at it.
So,
but that's quite an array for an actor also to portray, right? Now, when you get to do something like this, okay, I'm assuming that the lawyer and the reporter, you were still shooting at the same time, right?
No, I shot that ages ago.
Okay.
In fact, after that, I felt like I wanted to do something to completely surprise my audience, to surprise maybe filmmakers, because I feel like people often lack an imagination to visualize you in different things.
That is so true.
Which is why for me it was very important also to be part of something which, you know, is fun, a character that's slightly more wild, and something wherein I can just discover myself in a different way. So I'm glad I was seeking it enough, because when Taaza Khabar came to me and when they narrated to me, after the first episode, I knew I have to do this. There was no option. And I loved it so much. And the team is just fantastic. And Bhuvan and I, in fact, it's really funny. I was thinking about this the other day, that the only time we had spoken ever, we'd never met before this. Yeah.
Okay.
The only time we spoke was when I think he'd watched Mirzapur, and he messaged me saying that, like, you know, I really liked it. And I said, listen, would love to work with you. Bang!
Bang! Taaza Khabar happened.
3 saal baad.
3 साल बाद हुआ ना?
Wow. No, but you know what? There's something about Bhuvan that I genuinely like. Okay, it's about him and the creative team.
Yeah.
That they actually know how to end an episode on a perfect cliffhanger. Like, you know, okay, you will come back to the next episode, and he's done that with Dhindora.
Yeah.
Imagine he managed to do it with a comedy. So I can totally imagine when you said that after the first episode, you knew that you want to do this.
Yes.
You know, to something that she said, that it is, and this I've heard from a lot of actors, right? That sometimes filmmakers do like that imagination that, hey, can this actor or can this actress do different roles? Okay, is that also a reason why you are going from a comedy to a drama out there to show them that, bro, I can do this and I can do this as well?
See, I never in my life love watching comedy movies.
Never?
I don't.
What an irony! Now what an irony! Look at it.
फिर वो लिखने में रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाता है.
Oh.
So when I write comedy sketches, I have realized, hi Bhuvan bhai, sorry. So I've realized that when I write comedy sketches, हो चुका है मेरे साथ ऐसा. I've grown up watching कादर खान साहब, गोविंदा साहब movies.
Yeah.
तो कभी-कभी मैं sketch लिखता हूँ तो उसमें अच्छा खासा एक ऐसा गैग आता है and I'm like, wow, this is so much fun. And then a day later when I read it back again, I'm like, no, this sounds like something. This has happened. I've seen this somewhere.
Oh.
And then you realize कि आपने जो
Yeah.
2-3 महीने पहले फिल्म देखी थी वो किसी ना किसी रूप में उसमें झलक रही है.
बट ये तो हमेशा कहा ही जाता है कि आइडियाज और कहानियां उतनी ही हैं, हम किस तरह से उसे प्रेजेंट करते हैं.
Yeah, it's a perspective.
वही चार्म या वही
Yeah.
एक स्किल है.
But I have stopped watching comedy movies. और ड्रामा मूवीज देख के बहुत चस्का है मेरे को ड्रामा मूवीज देखने का. तो I really wanted, like हुसैन भाई, अब्बास भाई, this is their story.
Yeah.
And they narrated me the story and they just gave me a one pager while we were writing the climax of Dhindora.
Okay.
And they were like कि भाई क्या सही है ना, funny है. मैंने हाँ अच्छा एक चीज़ और सुनो. And then they narrated me the one liner of the story. I'm like, what is this? कह रहे, do you want to play Vasya? And I'm like अभी I'm not ready. We'll do this conversation later. Then cut to a month later, we sat together and then I was like, वो बताओ ना एक और बार. And then they gave me like confidence कि you'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
Just give it some time.
But it's a surprise that, you know, he didn't have the conviction in it. I'm surprised how. After playing like gazillion characters that you play, how are you not?
Yeah, I think the first step is always tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
वो जो पहला leap of faith होता है वो बड़ा मुश्किल होता है. Like for me, Dhindora was tough because वो चार दीवारी से निकल के I had to show something and no one and people before Dhindora people used to be surprised. अरे आप इतने लंबे कैसे हो? And I'm like, why? कह रहे हमने आपको इतना ही देखा है. We've just seen this much.
That's so interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so I tell them कि भाई वो angle of depression में shoot करता हूँ मैं और फिर उस वजह से मैं थोड़ा छोटा दिखता हूँ height में. But in real I'm tall.
Yeah.
So that's when the idea came. What if my characters were walking?
Nice.
So that was like a leap of faith for me.
Yeah.
And this is the next step.
But something I want to say about Bhuvan, which I've told this to him also before, which I really appreciate, is that when you've already established yourself in such a beautiful, strong way as a content creator, to then explore where you have to perhaps start from scratch in a certain way, and then to be that vulnerable, it's like saying, "Acha, kal main apna YouTube channel suppose khol do." For me, it's starting from scratch, right?
For sure.
I love the fact that he was so open to learning after maybe a scene. We would have a conversation, I would ask him, he would ask me. And I think that's really refreshing, where everyone is learning from each other.
Yeah.
I remember one thing. So we were shooting, it was our first day. और अब क्या, अब मैं पूरी जिंदगी में खुद के साथ ही एक्टिंग की है. So now, if I'm a character of my channel, if I'm playing, for example, Dhindora, if I'm playing a character, so if I'm saying something, automatically my mind is reading out your dialogues as well.
Yeah.
Because I've written it, I know.
Yeah.
So I'm reading your dialogues. So when it was her close-up or whatever, when it was her dialogue, I was miming her dialogues.
So this is Bhuvan, okay? You're Shriya. अच्छा, इसको करके दिखाते हैं. Say, what is the line? कि पागल हो गए हो क्या तुम? मैं भुवन हूँ ये श्रिया से.
पागल हो गए हो क्या तुम? और कितना डिस्ट्रैक्टिंग है, मतलब मैं अभी
मेरे डायलॉग बोल रहा है
और मैं अभी इस पागल हो गया तुम में मैं थोड़ा वैसा हो गया कि अटक गया. वहाँ लंबे लंबे डायलॉग्स और मैं
तो मैंने फिर वैसे भुवन you realize कि
मेरे
डायलॉग्स बोल रहा है. I said ऐसा होता है, but you know ऐसा होता है. I have seen this with one or two other actors as well. Subconsciously they don't realize it, but he laughed about it and then you actually stopped.
I stopped, हाँ, क्योंकि मेरे को देवेंद्र सर ने भी 2 बार बोला. देवेंद्र सर ने भी बोला. देवेंद्र सर बोले
सर क्या करें,
मुझे पता है तुम्हें मेरे भी डायलॉग याद है. मैंने कहा जी सर बोलो. मैं ठीक है सर. But
oh God, but that's great, guys. Yeah. I mean, and look at the talent the boy has, man. To what she spoke about, you know, you've been prominently a content creator and now you are a full-fledged actor, and I think you know that there's a vast difference in two, right? What is the advice that you would like to give content creators who also are today becoming actors, but there's constant this conversation which may not happen predominantly, but it's still happening that, hey, okay, content creators want to be actors but can't act, and vice versa. Okay, what is the conversation or what is your learning that you realize that, hey, different worlds, and from both you need to have some kind of training at the start?
I think training to is a must because now content creation There are different platforms now. People create content on Instagram.
Yeah.
They create it on TikTok. They create it on Snapchat. I think so.
Yeah.
And there is YouTube content, which is a slightly longer content.
Yeah.
From Instagram to a movie, if you are doing it, so it's a great step. Do it, but just don't let them take you for a ride. क्योंकि वो आलू की तरह यूज
ये मुझे एडवाइस मिल रही है
मेरे को, मैं चाहता हूँ कि कोई मेरी बात पे अग्री करे इस बात पे
मैं हाँ
कि
करेक्ट
आलू की तरह इस्तेमाल ना करें, क्योंकि अभी आई नो देयर आर थिंग्स इन पीपल्स माइंड कि लेट्स कास्ट देम, दे विल गेट नंबर्स, let's cast them, they'll get this or that, and they wouldn't even, because I know people who have been there, and then when the thing releases, they're disheartened because it's not there. So I think you must know your worth, and वो तभी आएगी जब आप yes men के साथ उठना बैठना बंद कर दोगे.
Reality check is very important. If you're in a room where there are people only saying yes, then I think you're in the wrong room. Because you need people to challenge you. Maybe you're right, but for you to just understand yourself better, I think that's very important.
Nice. Makes sense. True. Perfect. What I'm going to do with you guys is I have a quick game for you guys. Okay. So these are quick questions, and let's see how both of you. So it's going to be one after the other. Okay. Tell us about Taaza Khabar in one line.
Synopsis याद करो. One line.
Wait, what?
I think it's a story about decisions.
Okay. What is the first thought that came to your mind after you read Taaza Khabar?
करना ही है.
Okay. Do you have an embarrassing story? In general, in life?
हाँ.
Okay. You'll have to narrate it also. The answer is not yes or no.
अरे it's I think I've told this somewhere. वो बेकार. मैं the first time I went to Chandigarh, I didn't know, and this is the first time I'm ever staying alone in a hotel room.
Okay.
And वो भी किसी ने भेजा हुआ है मुझे वहाँ पे रहने के लिए. So I'm in this hotel room and 10 बजे का check in किया मैंने, सुबह 10 बजे check in किया, and 12 बजे I have to leave the hotel for a performance.
Okay.
So I was my undergarment and I और वो विंडो पेन था वहाँ पे, और बड़ा धूप आ रही थी एकदम, मैं चंडीगढ़ की धूप आ रही थी एकदम निकल के, और मैं पर्दा लगा के I went.
पर्दा लगा.
हाँ, मैंने विंडो पेन में उसको लगाया और मैंने पर्दा लगाया, and then I went. मैं वापस आया, घड़ी करके रखा हुआ था, इस मतलब तय करके रखा हुआ था, and I'm like मैं अभी किसी की आंखों में आंखें नहीं डाल पाऊंगा इस स्क्रिप्ट पे.
Cute. Okay.
इतनी embarrassing नहीं थी कहानी.
हाँ, this is not as embarrassing.
मैंने थोड़ी कम
details miss किए.
He's missed out a lot of details.
While narrating this, he has
Yes, he
realized.
knows. Is this PG-13 content? Okay. What food would you choose as your last meal?
You know varan bhat?
Of course I know varan.
Varan bhat with like say fried aloo and some pickle and fried fish.
Nice.
इसे भी fried fish.
My mouth is watering, but
That's
great.
comfort food.
For sure. What makes you really angry?
इतने प्यारे सवाल उनके लिए, मेरे लिए एकदम भारी.
Listen, I'm just going. I am just. It's literally one after the other.
What makes me angry?
Really angry.
What makes me really angry? Photo shoots.
Wow. I know people are listening, just saying. Okay. What makes you laugh hysterically?
What makes me laugh hysterically?
Yeah.
You know what? My mother is too funny, and
Mother's too
when
funny.
she makes
I
fun
agree.
of me,
I
it's
agree.
too funny. Like she roasts me all the time, and I love that.
Her mother is queen, by the way.
Yeah.
If you've not met her
She's
mom,
really funny.
her mom is true queen.
She has a great sense of humor, and I also really like. I enjoy mimicry, so I like stuff
nice.
like that.
Very nice. How do you relax and unwind?
I sleep.
Wow.
Also watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, I do, but that's to sleep.
Acha.
That's like the first step.
First step to sleep, watch a lot of films.
Yeah.
Okay. One moment from your life that hit you the hardest.
In what way?
Just general, probably.
Oh, that's a very.
Yeah, it's a.
Can you just narrow the
No,
question
I don't
down?
know. I don't know what something that hit you the hardest, probably.
To be honest, just realizing the fragility of life during the pandemic, that sort of, it just made me realize कि क्या हम क्यों इतना stress करते हैं? These smaller things are more important. I think I just started living more in the present.
Yeah.
With all that happened. So.
What is a lie you were told as a teenager that when you grow up you realize यार ये सबसे बड़ा झूठ है मेरी लाइफ का?
सबसे बड़ा झूठ है मेरी
So
लाइफ
बचपन में कुछ बोला, somebody must have told you कि यार ये ऐसे होता है, then you realize कि bro that's a lie.
हाँ, मुझे फ्रांस जाके पता चला वहाँ फ्रेंच फ्राइज खाते नहीं लोग.
Also वहाँ पे फ्रेंच फ्राइज नहीं बोलते.
हाँ,
Chips.
हाँ,
Chips.
तो मैं वहाँ जाके फ्रेंच फ्राई कह रहा हूँ, वो कह रहा पागल हो गया.
Nice. Okay. If I had to sum up your entire life in a song, what song would be the soundtrack of your life?
Entire life up until now.
Till now.
Oh my god. ऐसे सवाल ना they put a lot of pressure because you
Why?
really मतलब वो
Any song, just say any
गाना,
song. Any song.
What are you humming?
अरे नहीं, I'm just
Shriya is really giving this a thought. I love it. I love it. She's taking.
ये बातें हैं पुरानी.
Woo!
कैसी
कैसी पहेली है ये कैसी.
पहेली
Nice.
जिंदगानी.
Okay, what is that one fact about you that most people would never guess?
Never guess.
फिर नहीं बताता मैं. मतलब कुछ तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा.
Anything about you that people will take a lot of time to guess about you.
हाँ, मतलब नहीं.
He's like, I am not saying
I'm
this.
not saying,
You
मतलब-
can push me how much ever.
इसलिए नहीं बता रहा ना मैं, ताकि guess ना कर पाए लोग.
Okay. What is the mantra to deal with life?
Mantra to deal with life. That don't try and find all the answers because you're not going to get them, and just let go a little bit. Try to at least.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
and the last question to both of y'all. The last line on your autobiography would read yours and then yours.
Last line of my
Of your autobiography would be.
And at the end of her life, there was magic and mayhem.
Woo!
Both.
Nice.
Wow.
What about you? You'll have to come up with something better now. Think about it.
Subscribe to BBQ Minds.
On that note, thank you so much for talking to me, guys.
Thank you.
Kafi Taaza Khabar happened.
Yes.
6 Jan is when it's coming out. Really looking forward to watching it and
Thank
seeing
you.
the two talented people that I love so much on it.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
I'm going to see you guys next year. Till then,
Yes.
Happy New Year to both of y'all.
Happy New Year.
And this one is a wrap.